University of South Alabama.
I'm Rachel Rhodes. I'm also a junior at South Alabama.
And I'm Julie Madrano, also junior at South Alabama. And we're the educators.
Today we are going to present our lesson plan for 7th grade language arts here at Dixieland Middle School.
The teaching strategies that we're going to use today are modeling and oral reading and reading comprehension.
A few of our standards for this lesson are to determine a theme and central idea of a text and analyze its development over the course of the text, to determine the meaning of words and phrases as they are used in the text, and to engage effectively in a range of collaborative discussions. Our behavioral objectives is the students will be able to orally read the sample passage, then interpret and comprehend what they read aloud. Students will require practice and repetition to master decoding skills for fluency and comprehension in oral reading. Some materials we need are the computer, the smartboard, Merit software, pencils, the bell ringer folder, and notebook paper. The motivation for this lesson is the bell ringer we're going to use. Once we get the passage on the board, students will read the passage to themselves silently and write on their bell ringer folder what they believe the main idea is. Essential questions for this lesson are: how does reading this passage with expression intended by the author affect the reader? Number 2, did they read certain parts of the passage with deliberate expression without a cue from the author? And how did they know to read certain parts of the passage without cues from the author? The procedures for this lesson include displaying the Merit software paragraph, instruct the students to complete their bell ringer in their folder, discuss what it means to read with expression, and to model reading with expression. Students will echo the teacher and read orally with expression, and then you will instruct the students to get out a pencil and piece of paper and head their paper. The students will write the questions we answer in class on their own piece of paper, and then we will begin the Merit software. We will read aloud the questions and discuss each question with the students. We will give the students a few minutes to answer the questions on their own, and then we will choose one student per question to come to. Once the student chooses an answer on the software, it will tell us if it is correct or incorrect, and we will discuss in class why that answer is correct or incorrect. For our closure, throughout this lesson, the student will write down the questions and answers off of their board. At the end of the software, we're going to collect all the questions and answers and mark which ones are answered correctly. For the assessment and evaluation of this lesson, students will be instructed to summarize the paragraph that we read aloud in class. For some supplemental activities, students who finish the bell ringer early will be asked to sit and read quietly a book. Students who desire enrichment will be directed to read the language arts book in the chapter that discuss comprehension skills. And for students who need remediation in the comprehension skills, they will be provided access to the Merit software to be able to do at home. For students with special needs, we'll make the accommodation that they can access the Merit software at home on their own personal computer. And for additional help, students may use the classroom computers to access the Merit software.
For today's lesson, we will be using the Merit software. It can be found at meritsoftware.com, and we will be using the Reading Comprehension Booster. The Reading Comprehension Booster is designed for students who are struggling in reading comprehension. Each level contains 60 passages and 675 questions that are divided into 3 units of escalating difficulty. What is great about this software is it can be used as a class project, which is what we will be doing in our example today. It can also be used on an individual basis where each student can log in and be assigned a reading passage, and it will ask them questions and it will escalate in difficulty based on their answers. What's nice about this software is there's also a student tracking form that the teachers can use to individually track the student's progress in real time. Another thing that it has is it has a try demo, which is what we are going to be doing today for our lesson plan. So each student will read the passage. Once the passage is read, we're going to continue, and there will be questions asked about the material that was just read. At the beginning of class, each student will come in, read the assigned passage, and write down what is the main idea. As class settles down, we will come in together and read the assigned passage together and out loud for oral comprehension, and then we will start to ask some questions. The software provides a list of questions in it, and it says find the best replacement for the highlighted word. In this instance, grows is the highlighted word. And in that sentence, at this time of day, the sky grows lighter little by little. Does that mean becomes, fades, or breaks? We're going to say becomes. And then it will answer, yes, that is right. Find the best replacement for the highlighted word. This time, it's still. If you lie still and listen, you will notice the loudest sound is the sweet singing of birds. If you lie still, does that mean quietly, carefully, or loudly? We'll say loudly. The software is asking us to try again. Look for a word that has a similar meaning to the highlighted word. Other words in the text will give you a hint to the word that makes the most sense. This is helping the children build their vocabulary, and it's also teaching them comprehension. So once again, if you lie still and listen, we'll say quietly, and there we have the right answer. Each student is asked to write the question and the answer on their papers. The next question deals with structure of the paragraph. Which sentence makes sense to put into the body of the paragraph? There will be a time to do fun things all day long. The best time of day is in the early morning. You can hear your family begin to move around the house. Each student will be asked to reflect upon each statement and decide which one is appropriate to add to the body. With this interactive software, students are also able to come up to the board and answer the question. To boost comprehension and have a fun activity, they even offer a crossword. Meal eaten at the beginning of the day, across, breakfast.
So question 1, how does this lesson build on the technology literacy of your students? This lesson uses the Merit software, which is a software that can be downloaded to a classroom or student's computer. Merit software assists students in their reading abilities and comprehension skills.
Question 2, in what specific ways does the project engage your students? This project engages the students by letting them use the smartboard in class discussion while getting familiar with the Merit software and able to practice this software at home. Question 3, what additional technologies and or networked information resources may have further enhanced this lesson? If we had laptops in our classrooms, students could work at their own pace with the software. Students will have the opportunity to continue using the software at home for additional practice.
And question number 4, if we had the opportunity to present this lesson again to the same audience, would we do anything differently? What and why? The only thing we agreed that we would change with our presentation is to actually purchase the software because the demonstration that we viewed is limited to the materials